Hi, this is Christina with Little Sprouts Learning, and today we're going to talk about bulk cooking. So I am the kind of person, I love to create new recipes. I love to experiment in the kitchen and be creative, and that's a form of art that I really enjoy doing. But I hate cleaning up the kitchen. I hate cooking every day. I hate the day-to-day of like somebody wants burritos every night. Boring. And I don't want to cook that kind of stuff. So what I have done over the years, I wanted to eat really healthy food, and there's not a lot out there unless you make it yourself. And our bodies need it. Our mind needs it. Our children's bodies need it. Their minds need it. It nourishes you. Food is medicine, or it can be poison. So we need to be avoiding fast food and junk food as much as we can. But how do we get all that done every day? I do it with bulk cooking. And over on the blog, littlesproutslearning.co, there are so many bulk recipes. There's how to make a bunch of meatballs at once, how to make a bunch of lasagnas at once, how to make a bunch of empanadas at once, Hot Pockets, all kind of stuff that you can produce for your kids and have them in the freezer and ready, so you can pull out meals that you can feel good about. Doesn't every child deserve a great place to be and the best start on their growing bodies and their growing minds? Doesn't every child deserve chemical-free food that will help them reduce their behavior problems and learn emotional regulation? They do. So, some great ideas for things that I bulk cook for us as well as the kids. Get you a big old pork butt. Put some salt and pepper on it. I like to quarter some onions, like 2. Toss it in the bottom. Put 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. Cover it in salt and pepper. And turn it on at night. Cook it on high all night long. In the morning, it's pork tender. You can do so many things with that pork butt. Picnic roast, shoulder roast. It's all the same. It's not all the same, but it all works like that. It's pretty economical compared to steaks or something like that. And you can put barbecue seasoning on it. You can put barbecue sauce on it. You can put Italian seasoning on it. You can do a million things. But I cool it down. I put it in quart-sized containers in the freezer. We'll have several meals with the first round of it. Like, you can just have the meat on your plate with a salad or whatever side dish you want, roasted broccoli, whatever. You can put it in soup. You can use it as a base for soup. You can fill tacos with it. Tortillas or hard tacos can be made with that. Nachos. You can stuff a baked potato with it. You can top mac and cheese with it. You can make a pasta casserole with that. You can make soups, chili. There's a million ways that you can use that pulled pork, but it's already made, so you're saving a lot of time and a lot of mess. You can do the same thing with ground beef. If you're going to make nachos for lunch and you need ground beef, instead of browning up 1 pound, brown up 4. Then you have 3 to freeze for future meals, and that part's already done. And you use 1 that day. Beans. You can make a big pot of beans in the crock pot. I soak them overnight, rinse them, fill it back up with water, put in a package of taco seasoning, which I have a recipe on the blog to make your own that's so much more flavorful and healthier than the store-bought version, and it takes seconds to make. I make all kind of seasoning mixes to avoid the chemicals in the store-bought ones, but to have the convenience of them already being ready, and it has worked fabulously for me. And I think you'll love it because the flavor difference is immense. I got chili seasoning on there, Italian seasoning, steak seasoning, poultry seasoning, ranch seasoning. That stuff's expensive at the store too, and it's cheaper to make it. Chili seasoning, taco seasoning. There's a lot on there, so go check it out. And flavor up your stuff with it, and you're going to love it. So, back to the beans. I put them in with a thing of taco mix. I cook that for 8 hours, either all day or all night. And when they are fork tender and delicious, we use them for all kind of stuff. You can take out a few quarts and put in the freezer, but the beans will stay good in the refrigerator for a week. You can turn them into chilies, soups, burritos, nachos, all the things. And that's a really super economical protein item that you can serve your daycare kids. My kids' favorite thing to do with beans is take a flour tortilla, put a scoop of those taco beans on there. I kind of strain it out so it's not too juicy. I cover it with sprinkle of shredded cheddar cheese that I grate up myself so I don't have the chemicals on the store grated kind. I don't always. If I'm short on time, I do use shortcuts. I'm not perfect. But 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I'm choosing the healthy option. Put it on there. If they like sour cream or lettuce or tomatoes or onions or whatever, go ahead and add that. Most kids just want the cheese and beans. Roll it up really tight and then smash it so the beans don't roll out, and cut it in half and serve that. For decades, my kids have loved that. Grown men stop me in the street. Remember your bean burritos? Yes, they still ask for them. They ask for my taco soup that's on there. They ask for my bean burritos that are on there. They ask for my cheese quesadillas. That's what men and women that are walking around in this world that came to my daycare when they were young think about me the most. So beans, you can make a big thing of rice and it'll last in the fridge for a week. You can also freeze rice, turn it into all different things like chicken and rice casserole. It goes great in soups. You can make stir fry with it, or fried rice, just with a bunch of vegetables and some meat. You could have all that kind of stuff. Bulk cooking. I have recipe on there for meatballs and meatloaf in bulk. That's something kids really enjoy. If you're gonna make a thing of spaghetti sauce, just quadruple it and freeze 3 sections of it and use 1. Anything that you're making, think, how could I stretch this to make a bunch of meals in the freezer that I won't have to cook next time? So some things that I have on the blog, and I really hope you'll go check out the recipes that I make in bulk, is I have a hamburger and french fries casserole that it's like scalloped potatoes, but it has ground beef in it and also bacon bits that I make myself. Just cut them up, cook the bacon, render the fat out, and then sprinkle it through there. So it's like a bacon cheeseburger, but in fries, but all in one. And my husband loves it. I love it. I do a jalapeno popper casserole, which I can't do peppers, so I put the peppers on half and not on the other half. So I get a little bit of the essence, but I don't have any of the meat of the pepper to digest. And I'm also a baby about spices, which helps me be a great provider to little toddlers because I never make anything too spicy. But this has chicken breast. It's got everything that's in the jalapeno popper, like the cream cheese and the cheese and all that stuff. It's great if you're doing low carb because there's not any high carb items in there and there's lots of protein in it. But we add, it's just like you were making a jalapeno popper, except for instead of cutting them and stuffing each one, I dice them up and sprinkle them on top, and it's so much easier. You mix all the goo together, you put it in the pan, you put all the chicken on there, and then you put the peppers and cheese on the top, and you got heaven in a pan. I'll make 4 of those at once. Chicken and rice casserole. There are so many bulk food item recipes on there that tell you how to quadruple them. But if you get out the stuff to make 1 batch of Hot Pockets or meatballs, it's the same mess to make 4 batches. You still have to clean up the same goo, the same bowl. Just at least double it so that you have more meals to cook. And check out some of those great things on the blog because you're going to be blessed by it. Having things ready in the freezer always saves you in time of panic and you don't end up eating out, which wastes your money and your health. And I'm the first one to want to eat out because I don't like to cook all the time. I'm tired. I work 10 hours a day with the kids. I get up 2.5 hours before they come and work on my online business, my blog. I work after work. It takes at least an hour after work to finish daycare, between the paperwork, lesson plans, meal prep, activity prep, etc. and so forth. You're at least doing an hour to 2 hours a night. My weekends are all hemmed up with it too. So when I do cook, I want to make it worth my while, and I want more than one meal out of it. So I'll make up a huge batch of salad I'll get those 3 romaine hearts in a bag and wash them up, chop them all up, mix some vegetables, like we do onion and cucumber in there. And then we make all kind of different dinner salads with like grilled meat that I have in the freezer that my friend grills for me because I'm not very good at making meat. And I make sides for her and she trades me, so I'll put the meat in the freezer, and then I can just grab like a big chicken breast or 2 small ones out and dice them up and put them on top of our salad with, goat cheese, feta cheese, Gruyere cheese, cheddar cheese. You can use orange slices. You can use dried blueberries, dried cherries, dried craisins, raisins, dried cranberries, blueberries, strawberries, any kind of different fruit toppings, different vegetable toppings. If you want to use bell peppers, if you want to use tomatoes, if you want to use, like, each time I use the salad with that base in it, with cucumber, onion, lettuce, I can recreate a whole different dish. You can put sunflower seeds on there, nuts on there, whatever you can eat, whatever you've got. And it is a life changer for me and my husband. We have a lot of salads. We love salads. If you don't make that. But if I chop up the 3 like that, it lasts for usually 5 days, sometimes even 7 before it gets brown. And we usually have it all eaten up by then, because we'll eat a big dinner salad and then maybe 2 or 3 different ones, and then we'll use it for a side salad when I make something else. So that's a great way, having your beans or your rice or your salad as the base and then building around that, or your pork butt, or a bunch of grilled meat in the freezer, or anything that you can make in bulk like that. You can also do 4 pounds of ground beef in your skillet instead of 1, and have 3 in the freezer ready for your next meals, and use 1 the night you need it. You don't have to spend a whole Sunday batch prepping. You can just batch prep as you go along with life. Just double everything, and before long you'll look back and you may have cooked 4 meals in a week and eaten out 3 meals because you deserve it, because you fed your daycare kids and all that. And you made the 4 meals, but then you have 4 meals in the freezer. If you doubled it, if you quadrupled it, you have 12 meals in the freezer. So then the next week, you maybe cook 2 things and then use some stuff out of the freezer and put more back. So it's just about planning ahead and doubling up anything you can double up, quadrupling up anything you can quadruple up. I know that home daycare is the hardest job in the world. I've done it for 30 years. I know that it's the most rewarding thing. It's the most important job in the world, because we are touching the future of these tiny humans that will be our government, our doctors, our nurses, our creators in our future. Who's going to be working at your nursing home? Who's going to be checking out your groceries when you're elderly? These people right here. So it's very important what we put out there and what we're producing. And we're partners with parents, doing the most important thing in the world. I'm so proud of you that you do it. I'm so proud of you that you care about it. And I'm rooting for you.